The Dutch Caribbean Nature Alliance is a regional network between the 6 islands of Aruba, Bonair, Curaçao, Saba, St. Eustatius, and St. Martin. Together, we work to preserve the unique nature of our islands. In this program, Safeguarding Nature Projects, we will be visiting 4 projects where we will be seeing people maintaining and preserving the nature of our island on Saba. These projects of the Public Entity of Saba, working in collaboration with local organizations, has been funded by the Ministry of Agriculture, Nature and Food Quality. We will be looking at the importance and results of these projects.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. You?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, I came to see your horticultural project. Can you, for example, just show me around?
Like to come see it?
Yeah.
Yes, I can give you a short tour of the farm and let you know all of the stuff we're growing over here.
That would be great.
In this area close by us, we're growing tanyas. And these are seasoning peppers that people use to cook with. And if you look over in that direction, we have some thyme growing. And in the lower area, I can show you, we grow some corn, cabbage.
Is this what happens with the funding? Or?
Yes, the funding was used to clear the land first. A lot of this had grown up into trees because it hasn't been used for a long time. So we came here with a crew of men that works with the government, and we cleared all of it. We got it ready to farm, and then we fenced all of it to keep the goats out.
Okay. So all here is all sweet potato?
Yeah, this area is sweet potato. And if you look over there, you can see some more cassava.
Okay.
And we have some sweet potato up here too.
Could you explain us the importance of it?
Well, at the moment, as you may have noticed, the majority of food that comes to Saba has to be imported. So our hope is that once we can continue growing more food like this locally, we can cut back on the imports. And when it's grown locally like this, we don't use a lot of pesticides or chemicals like big farms use.
Exactly.
So it's a better price and it's a better quality. And also, if you think about it, when we cut this on one day and take it to the shop the next day, it's fresher because it just came off the farm.
Okay, as I remember, Saba used to have a lot of farmers, right?
Yeah, there's only a handful of older guys that do this now.
Yeah, okay. Why do you think it got lost? Why did
Many years ago, there wasn't as much food available as you see now in grocery stores.
Yeah.
And there wasn't as many jobs available.
Okay.
Once there became more jobs available on the island and there's more tourism, they also started the oil refineries into Curaçao and Aruba. And a lot of people, they slowly shifted away from agriculture to get full-time jobs because it was sure money at the end of every month. And that led to the decline of our agriculture in Saba. So now our task is to try to change back people's mentality, change back the culture,
and convince
people that farming is possible and get them to start their own backyard gardening, make more gardens available in Saba.
hiked the Mount Scenery for a short while. What do you think are the improvements?
The improvement to Mount Scenery was some of the steps was very high, so we added steps in between that they're not that high, and also repair steps. We also added a railing to the top because the steepest part is to the top of Mount Scenery. So we have a side railing that hikers can hold on going up, and
especially coming
down. Yeah, there's a railing. We also have a new rest shelter 3/4 of the way up that if it's raining, or people can take a rest inside the shelter.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes a difference in safety-wise for the hikers, especially with the railing.
Yeah. Well, what do you like most about Mount Scenery?
The cloud forest. I love the cloud forest. You're scoped in the clouds most of the time. Hikers got to be lucky to see a viewpoint on the top. We're at cloud height.
Yeah.
870 meters high we are. Saba, I would say, boasts the #1 in the Dutch kingdom of flora and fauna. And we're the highest in the Dutch kingdom. That's why I like to hike to the top of Mount Scenery.
Okay. I think sometime you told me that there's about 700 different species, right?
Probably over 700 different species of plants on Saba. Comparison the size of Saba, 5 square miles, 870 meters high. There's more flora and fauna here than any part of the Caribbean of the world for the size of the island.
For a 5 square mile island, that's really amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Wow. Huh?
Saba racer, black racer, brown racer. Instead they call the red belly racer. It's very relaxed.
But it doesn't bite, right?
Well, if you try to get your hand in them anywhere around the head, it probably would bite. Yeah, but the teeth is so small and fine that they wouldn't do you any damage.
Okay.
Okay, he's not going to do you anything. Just stand for you.
Hello, Ayumi. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I am told that you're doing research. Could you explain what your research is all about?
That's correct. We're doing research together with Wageningen Marine Research. And today we've been working on the marine mammals.
Okay.
And we try to track them down or identify their presence on the Saba Bank with the hydrophones that we're going to be placing in the water.
Okay. How does that work?
So basically we have a hydrophone, which stands for a microphone that you can put in the water, which is water resistant, waterproof actually. And those go for half a year in the water, and they will record continuously the presence of anything such as marine mammals, being dolphins and whales, as well as fish. We analyze any frequency, so any sounds that are recorded by the hydrophone, and depending on the frequency and also the different sounds, we can identify which species are actually around the Saba Bank. Here we have a whole team working together to place the hydrophone that I talked earlier about. And here you can see us working on a mooring block that was placed a couple years ago with the help of the Dutch Marines. That one's been sitting there now for a while, and every time we go back to the same spot to place the hydrophone. And the hydrophone here is brought down with two concrete buckets. Those act as a way to bring it all the way down, because the yellow thing that you see later, those are all floats, buoys.
Okay.
So we need two concrete buckets.
Works as an anchor.
Yeah, works as an anchor, as weights to bring it down. And here we're placing zip ties with rubber on the mooring pin, because it's made out of metal. And if you place two metals together and it starts banging, it will influence the recording of the hydrophone.
Could you explain to me what is the importance of the project for the island of Saba?
So since 2015, Saba has been established as the Yarari Sanctuary, which stands for the Marine Mammals and Shark Sanctuary.
Okay.
And for us, that's kind of a top priority to know which marine mammals and sharks are actually present on the Saba Bank, and that's what this research is contributing to. By getting more tourists on the island, if we have the opportunity to do whale watching, these tourists will contribute to the economy of Saba.
So it'd be possible to go with the tourists to watch the whales?
Exactly, correct. But we still need to know which ones are there.
Okay, so you still need more. That's why you are trying to acquire all the information that you needed.
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hi.
Rob. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. So, can you explain to me why the tent reef project started?
Well, it started or was created because of this project that we're standing on to now.
Yeah.
We wanted to build a commercial building and fisherman complex, a new one,
Okay.
bigger than what was here before. So we demolished the existing one.
Because it was smaller.
Yeah, and we wanted to create something good and big for the fishermen and also the dive shops.
Okay.
So in order to do that project, what we're seeing here now, we had to do a lot of excavation.
Yeah.
And the materials excavated is the type that you see there. It's a reddish, brownish type of material.
Yeah.
Nothing grows in it. It's just like dead material. But we had nowhere else to put the material besides close by, which is on the road, the ground road to Tent Bay. So we stored it there for a time being, but we knew that we had a danger, so to say, because of the tent reef. If waves, big waves came ashore because of hurricanes or severe storms, it would take the ground out and deposit it in the sea,
Yes.
and most probably by tent reef. And that would damage the reef, and then the dive place would be destroyed, and then, you know, it's a very famous dive area.
And when did you move it? When was?
That was moved in the middle part of 2017. And we kind of just moved it in time because about a month later, approximately a month later, Hurricanes Irma and Maria passed by, which took some material out, but it's a good thing that we moved majority of it, about 90% of it.
Yeah.
So the amount that went into the sea
Couldn't harm the
dive site.
Okay, that's good. And where have you deposited it now?
We deposited at two different locations, both in Zionsville, the village Zionsville. One for part of a cemetery,
Yeah.
and the other part was moved to the airport to help fill up the gullies and the ditches at the airport. Yeah.
Okay. And it does not have any effect on the airport,
Nature,
on the nature.
not the airport, no. Where it's put is a safe place.
In closing, I would like to say that I had a great time participating in these projects. All of the people that I've met so far, they've done a wonderful job protecting and maintaining the nature on the island of Saba. Together, we hope that not only you, but our future generation can enjoy the unique beauty of our 6 islands: Aruba, Bonair, Curaçao, Saba, St. Eustatius, and St. Martin.